Hey everybody, Midwest Picker here. Who am I? I'm Dave. I go by Midwest Picker on YouTube and Instagram, even Facebook. So I am a full-time RN, father, husband, part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator. So what this is a what's sold on eBay video. Now, why do I do these? Well, to help people that are new to reselling so they don't source the wrong items. Now, my what sold videos are a little bit different than other people. So I tell you what I sourced, where I sourced it from, what I paid for it, what it sold for, how it shipped, was it promoted or on sale, and would I buy it again? Now, the reason I add that would I buy it again, because this isn't just a fantasy video of things I sourced for $1 and sold for $500. I'm not going to BS you, right? There's no BS here. I've got some duds. I bought things for $5 that sold for $6. So I've lost money. I've broke even. I've made a pretty good profit. You get it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm not here to scam you. This is the real deal. Real sold items, real mistakes, and real successes. So before I share these real quick, I like milestones. I like awards. That's just my generation. You know, everybody gets an award, right? Well, eBay had their 25th anniversary recently. Actually, it was a year ago. And they emailed all of the eBay sellers, or a lot of them, and showed you statistics, which I think are pretty cool. So here's some of my milestones, I guess, that I received from eBay. They shared with me right here when I signed up for the first time on eBay, the first item I sold on eBay, the first item I bought on eBay, even the first time I used the eBay app, and other cool information like that. So the first item up here is a 1979 movie poster called French Postcards. Never heard of this movie before. Cost of goods is $4. I bought a whole bunch of movie posters, about 63 of them from Mr. Buys a Lot. He has YouTube auctions. This one was a wholesale lot that he advertised on his YouTube channel. Listed this individual poster for $19.95. Then I put it on sale 25% off, and it sold for $14.96 with free first-class shipping and handling. It was promoted at 2%. Even though these movie posters are in excellent condition, they are what's called long tail items, meaning they take a long time to sell. So I probably would not buy these again, just because I'm looking for items now that sell quick. Now, in the past, I wouldn't mind buying 20, 30, 40 replenishable items if they took years to sell. I'm kind of changing that a little bit. I want to source things that sell faster. So these are really cool. They just take forever to sell. So would I buy it again? No. Next is a lot of 5 Tetra filters. These are called Whisper filters. They're cartridges, 6 to a pack. I sourced these from a Salvation Army for $4. Accepted an offer of $25 plus calculated retail ground shipping. Not promoted, not on sale. I definitely would buy it again. Freshwater and saltwater aquarium supplies, brand new in the package, seem to sell really, really well, whether it's a heater or a filter or a cartridge or anything that goes with aquariums. Light bulbs for the lights sell really well. Next is an HAM model train building kit. Now, I have to be honest with you, total transparency, I can't remember where I sourced this. I have no idea what I paid for it. Possibly I got it for free. It's kind of beat up. It might have been a throw-in with an auction. I don't even know. I listed it for $19.95. I took a best offer of $17 with free first-class shipping because it's light, not on sale, not promoted. I definitely would buy it again. Model trains, accessories, buildings, they all sell well. If you've seen my previous What's Sold on eBay videos, almost every single one has model train cars, accessories, buildings. I've been selling a lot of buildings lately. So lesson is, if they're in fairly good condition, they're vintage, model train, just about anything will sell. Next is a 1982 itty bitty booklight, and I've never even heard of this before. It doesn't even matter. Sourced it from a Goodwill. It kind of looks like a book. $4.99 I paid for it. I listed it for $14.95. Took a best offer of $12 plus calculated shipping and handling. Not on sale, but it was promoted at 2%. And if it was brand new, yes, I would source this again. This one was new open box, so I had everything there sealed in the plastic bags, obviously never used. listed it as new open box, and it sold fairly quick, not too bad. Next is a 1982 Hercules action figure. I think I sourced this from a large lot. Yes, I did, from Craigslist. So back in the day, there was a guy that had action figures on Craigslist, like 48 or 50 of them in a big tub, and I bought them for like $200. I don't even remember. Cost of goods $2, sold for $14.95, free first class shipping, not on sale, not promoted. I would buy it again. Vintage action figures do well if they're in good condition, if they're not all beat up, especially if they have the accessories like a shield, armor, weapons, helmets, vest, all that kind of stuff. That adds to the value. Now, if you can find vintage items from the 80s that are still brand new on the card, they're going to go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, this guy Hercules, whatever, he had the gold cord around his torso. A lot of times that's missing. These are typically played with boys. I used to be a boy at that age, you know, young, 12, 10, 7, 14. They beat the crap out of their toys. They drag them through the dirt. They twist the heads on them. They pull them apart. So if you can find vintage 80s action figures that are in decent shape and not all beat up, they sell really good. Next is the Beast. Antique cast iron, sad iron with twist handle. That's a mouthful. 16 pounds. Holy cow. This is the heaviest thing I've ever sourced and ever sold. It is a beast. Sourced from High Bid, local pickup only, of course, for $4. Nobody else wanted it. I was the only bidder and I got it. I listed it for $49.95. Took a best offer of $45 plus calculated retail ground shipping. I always offer my customers when it's calculated shipping, either retail ground or priority mail, and I let them pick. 9 times out of 10 they pick retail ground. For this particular customer, it was $23.30 for shipping alone. Holy cow. Not on sale, not promoted. Would definitely buy it again. Cast iron items sell well, but not all clothing irons that are old, vintagey, or even antique sell well. Some of them just don't have any demand at all. This one was very weird and unusual. There are others on eBay, but 16 pounds, I mean, you gotta be a hardier person than Joey to iron your clothes with something that heavy. Some people bought these as a doorstop, and some people claim that these are doorstops, that nobody in their right mind would iron clothes with these. So there's a debate out there. I don't care. It's sold. And you probably want to know how I ship this. Big mistake. Don't just put this in a box and put some void fill around it like styrofoam peanuts and then bring it to the post office. That would be terrible. If they were to drop this on another package, it could damage it. If the tape on the bottom of the box were to fail, this could be a boat anchor that falls right out of the box and lands on a postal worker's foot. So what I did was I found a box almost the exact same size as this iron, and I put the iron in that box and I double taped it. And then I took that box and I put it in a bigger box and then put void fill, like newspapers and papers and all that, and packed it in really tight. And then that second box, I double taped all the seams on that. So it was very solid. It's not going to move around. And you've got the pressure of a box on a box instead of this 16-pound iron on the seam of a box, which you don't want to do. So anything super fragile or super heavy, you really want to consider double boxing. And if you look at my feedback on my eBay store, it's 100% positive. I get tons of feedback, people thanking me for my shipping and how I boxed it and packaged it, and they're just really happy. So don't skimp when it comes to shipping supplies when you have fragile items or super heavy items. This next one is good, guys. This was, there was a guy at a flea market selling, tables and tables full of stuff. Obviously, he wanted to get rid of it fast, and he had $1, 50 cents, $2 on everything. So this was like a gold mine when I got there. This was at Burley Park Flea Market. I made a previous sourcing video. Maybe I'll link that down below. You can check that out. This is a vintage cigar tin box dime bank. So it's a long story, but cigar boxes are typically made out of fiberboard, cardboard, have great artwork on it. This one was made out of tin, distributed by a bank in Detroit. He only wanted $2 for it. I could not buy it fast enough. This sold for $34.95 with free first class shipping and handling, not on sale, not promoted. The buyer paid full price. For sure, I would source this again. Now you're asking me, Dave, you got a lot of free first class items that you sold. That's true. These items are fairly light, 3 ounces, 5 ounces, 7 ounces. I know what the cost is going to be, and I work that into the listing. So my asking price is a little bit higher to cover the cost of postage. But when I list a brand new item on my eBay store, I always charge shipping. After a few months, 3 to 4 months, I go through and edit a bunch of stuff. And then I might change 30 or 40 items to free first class shipping just to compete with the other sellers. But I always start out charging shipping first, because if I have a hot item and it's going to sell quick, I might as well charge shipping. Why do free shipping if somebody's willing to pay for the shipping? Next is Smokin' Joe's Racing Matches. Oh yeah, everybody loves Smokin' Joe. This is also called Joe Camel. This is a lot of 3 free to me boxes or books of matches. I listed these as a lot of 3 for $19.95. I received a best offer for $45 for 9 of them, and I said heck yes, plus calculated shipping and handling. Not on sale, but it was promoted at 2%. I probably would not buy this if I found it out in the wild. Certain Joe Camel items do sell, like ponchos and baseball hats and coolers, really rare oddball items. But common items like the matches and other things, there's just really not a lot of demand out there. And now I know you're laughing because I just sold 9 of them and I'm saying there's no demand. They take a long time, and if you have to pay $4 or $5 per book of matches, you're not going to make any money. So if you can get them super cheap, or you know somebody that's got a bunch of Joe Camel stuff they can't give away, you know, offer them, you know, $5-10 for all of it, and you'll probably do pretty good. Next is Miller Beer cardboard coasters. I found a Ziploc bag full of these at a Salvation Army. There was 56 in the bag for $7. Now I love replenishables and multiples like this, so I listed these as a lot of 8 for $7.95, and they sat for a year and they don't sell. They're a terrible seller. But eventually somebody bought 1 lot of 8 with a flat $3 first class shipping and handling. Every once in a while, for giggles, I'll do a flat $3 or a flat $5 first class shipping. Very, very slow sellers. This was not on sale, but it was promoted at 2%. Probably would not do this again. If it was a high quality coaster, like made out of glass or cork board or something like that, maybe. But these are disposable that you use in a bar. You just use them once and you chuck them. So I thought they would sell really good, but I was wrong. They don't sell really good. Next one is a unicorn. If you're new to reselling and you've never heard the phrase holy grail or unicorn, these are items that you rarely ever see out in the wild. You might only find once in a lifetime. So that creates an ethical dilemma. Do you keep this item because it's super cool? Like I found Joey on HiBid and I kept him. He's definitely a unicorn. Or do you sell it because it's going to sell fast and you're going to make a huge profit? So that's tough. This one, $19.99, rockin' around Santa animated figure. This was cool because he was still new in the box. I could not believe it. He's about 20 inches tall. He was huge. I found him at a Goodwill for $9.99. Very hard to find in this condition. The original price sticker was still on it for $49.95. I listed it for $79.95. A lot of them out there were $100, but I wanted to sell it quick and undercut my competition, but it sat for a long time, for about 6 months. Then I put it on sale 20% off for $63.96. Then I accepted a best offer of $50 plus calculated shipping and handling, not promoted. Would I buy it again? I think so. Animated Christmas items, Santa Claus, reindeer, they're kind of little animatronic. Some of them are small and some are much bigger. Some go outside in your yard. This particular one is like a tabletop one. It plugs into the wall and he sings and dances and all that stuff. So yeah, they're expensive, $50, $60, $70. I got it for 10, so that was really cool. And again, very tempting this time of year to keep it and display it in my home, but you can't keep everything, so I sold it. Last item is an SK 26mm socket. I sourced this from a flea market for $3. Sold it for $15.95 with free first class shipping. Not on sale, not promoted. Definitely would buy this again. SK is a great brand for tools, whether it's a socket, socket wrench, or just a wrench, or any other items. There's other brands like Starrett and Sears Craftsman and Snap-on. I think we all know the popular brands, made in America, guaranteed forever, really high quality, not made in China tools are super popular. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button on the way out. If you haven't subscribed or you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way when I upload new content, you get notified and you know when I'm uploading a video. And I'm going to be going live hopefully sometime before I die, because I've been talking about this. I have satellite internet. It's terrible. It's super slow. It's so bad I can't go live anymore. But we have fiber optic internet being installed on our street. Now the salespeople at the internet service provider said it might not be till next year, which is only a couple months away. So if you subscribe and hit the bell icon, in a couple months when I go live, usually every Sunday at 8 p.m., you'll get notified of that too. So say goodbye to Joey. That's Enoch. I forgot to introduce him. He's my advisor. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value in this video. And put any comments down below. Did I sell something too cheap? Did I say something that was incorrect? Do you have questions about the things I sold? Anything you want, just comment down below. And I appreciate you stopping by and watching. Until next time, see ya.